Little traveled through time. 1992 Survivor Series. Nails Big Boss Man. And in that, we saw them climb the nightstick to pick up the nightstick and use it on the opponent.
Yes.
But the winner, we had to pin and submit.
Yeah, just because you got the nightstick doesn't mean you won the match.
No.
You could use it in the match, though.
Yes. Now,
if you got it.
Same thing here. Lio Rush gets involved, and Bobby Lashley pretty much won. Elias got the victory, but in the end, almighty cringely, standing tall.
Yeah, cringely.
That's what he's going to be called on this channel.
Cringe.
Almighty cringely.
Ugh.
Right here on this channel. You'll never hear me call him Lashley again.
I wouldn't blame you on that one.
But anyway, to keep on going. R-Truth and Carmella taking on Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox.
Jinder Mahal.
R-Truth, Carmella victorious.
Against the great champion.
I don't know about that.
I mean, Jinder Mahal was one of the greatest of all champions. But anyway, yeah, they lost.
R-Truth, Carmella, number 30 in the Royal Rumble.
I was impressed because R-Truth don't win matches very much.
And they're number 30 in the Royal Rumble.
Holy crap.
Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. Number 30 in the Royal Rumble has always been one of the worst numbers to win.
But?
At least, I mean that literally. When you look at all the numbers that have won the Royal Rumble matchup, wrestling fans, that has been one of the least.
Yes, but it has been pulled off. It's not impossible. But it is very rare.
And, honestly, R-Truth and Carmella are not superstars that are going to main event WrestleMania.
Webby!
Now, one thing that they did do was they got another prize, which was take a trip around the world. Where does R-Truth want to go? Not Rome, not Spain, not to Disneyland, not to anywhere else, but the WWE headquarters. How cringe-worthy is that? Now, I know it's supposed to be funny because R-Truth wants to be in the women's division and all this different types of stuff all the time, like he spills out on SmackDown. But it would have been good if WWE would have given them an actual trip around the world and shown stuff on SmackDown of them on this trip. Or maybe a trip like to Disneyland or a trip somewhere. Something. Not WWE headquarters. Whoop-de-doo. What are you going to do? Show us,
good vacation.
And with all due respect, but show us all your trophies that you have standing outside WWE headquarters of the Ultimate Warrior and Andre the Giant.
Good tourism.
And Dusty Rhodes and everybody else you have actual people life statues of. No offense. And I like them. But we've already seen it. We've already seen it. You've shown us this on TV before. And if you show this to us again, what's different?
Repeat.
Nothing. Nothing. Rinse and repeat. That's the only problem I have with what they did tonight. You, Jason, funny?
Yeah. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Baron Corbin versus Braun Strowman, the monster among losers.
Broken arm.
Alright, so Braun Strowman didn't do anything like we figured. Because he just came off of surgery.
So I ain't going to let him get re-injured.
Yeah, so if Baron Corbin won, he is the new general manager of Raw. If Braun Strowman won, then he has to face Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble and lose. Because there's no way they're taking the title off of Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble and not having Brock Lesnar go on to WrestleMania as champion. And you see the look on Jason Funny's face. That means he's cringing on it. Now,
Yep.
when you think about what they did tonight and everything that's going on tomorrow night as well on Raw, Vincent Kennedy McMahon Jr. is going to be on Raw. Do you honestly think, besides just to bring the ratings up because the ratings have been in the dumps, he's going to be there to name Baron Corbin the actual general manager of Monday Night Raw? No. He's going to probably name Alexa Bliss the general manager of Raw, or Kurt Angle, one of the two. Now, what happens tonight? Braun Strowman wins because everybody turns their back on Baron Corbin, right?
Right.
What did you think about it?
Baron Corbin
Losing.
Well, I don't know about that. I'll tell you what I do think, though. Well, okay.
Well, you just knocked the camera over.
Sorry about that. Oh, I think I broke my hip.
No, that's okay.
Oh, well, that's good of you. Thanks a lot. That's what I think.
All right.
Oh.
You have to excuse Jason Flynn. He doesn't know how to sit in the chair.
Sorry about that there. I just had to,
No. You don't even
got
remember
caught off my guard.
Now, anyway.
Corbin and Strowman.
Yeah, you don't even remember. The New Day, the Usos, and the Bar for SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships.
Uh-huh.
So, when we think about this matchup, this is when it really started to pick up. Right after the Mixed Match Challenge matchup really started to pick up. It was a very good contest. The Bar ended up winning. Not really who I was going with. I was going for the Usos to win because I thought it would bring some different matches. They matched either the Bar could have a rivalry with them. The New Day could have a rivalry with them. Sanity could have a rivalry with the Usos. All different tag teams, if they would bring them up or if they would just start utilizing the tag team division, could have a rivalry with the Usos. You can't always have that with the Bar. You can't. And plus, the Bar hasn't really done anything with the tag team championships on SmackDown Live outside of being paired up with the Big Show and losing a rivalry with AOP at the Survivor Series. That's it. So, with that being said, Bar needed to lose this matchup. They won. They retained the tag titles. What's your thoughts?
And their outfits don't even match, so they're not really good. An odd couple match. I really would prefer the Usos to win it or New Day, even though New Day probably wasn't going to win it because they've already had it for a long time. They had it the other time really long. But I like to see the Usos win it back or New Day, but not the odd couple.
Yeah. Natalya and Ruby Riott faced each other in a tables matchup. Snooze fest.
Yes.
I absolutely agree with you.
Took about 3 pee breaks.
I got something to eat, got something to drink, went to the bathroom,
Went to Walmart.
Did everything you could think of during this match. But this was a rivalry that did not warrant a champion, or did not warrant a table.
They wasted table.
This rivalry meant nothing.
Perfectly good table.
Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, that warrants a tables match. That warrants some type of stipulation.
Yeah.
Styles and Bryan warrant the stipulation.
Yeah.
This did not.
No.
So, overall, this is just Natalya getting some revenge. Hopefully, it leads to her turning heel and going after Ronda Rousey at the Royal Rumble. That way, she can have just a small one-off matchup. Friend versus ex-friend. Ex-friend versus ex-friend at the Royal Rumble. But we'll have to see what happens there. Speaking of Ronda Rousey, she faced Miss I want to be like the Big Show.
Woo! No, she's not nothing like the Big Show.
And Nia Jax.
That's why you don't like her.
But no, that's not why I don't like her.
Yeah, that's why. But anyway.
I don't like her because she's just cringe and she has no personality.
Whatever. She does have a personality.
But anyway, Nia Jax, Miss Facebreaker herself.
Yep. Does a good job with that.
Is on the tear as of late on Monday Night Raw, and she tapped out like we all knew she would at TLC. Ronda Rousey continuing on her roll
in the UFC.
On her roll on Monday Night Raw, going through the competition, and quite frankly, it's going to end up being Ronda Rousey, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch at WrestleMania in a triple threat matchup.
But when it comes down, if I wanted a female bodyguard, I would not pick Ronda Rousey. I would pick the big gal. She got a little bit more punch.
Yeah, whatever. But anyway, speaking of punch, it really looked good and was awesome when Nia Jax got waffled in the face. And you did it again.
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that. My elbow slipped.
And when Nia Jax got punched and kicked by the man, Becky Lynch, tonight.
Man, all right.
That was awesome.
Much to say about that match.
Now, Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose. The right man won. Dean Ambrose, the new Intercontinental Champion. Seth Rollins is going to go on to bigger and better things. Look, he's going to go on to winning the Royal Rumble. I can see more than likely. And if he doesn't win the Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, Fastlane, one of those pay-per-views, he will.
Overrated.
He will, mind you, get a shot at Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
Overrated.
That's WWE's plan. That's why Dean Ambrose got the Intercontinental Championship. Because Seth Rollins is moving on to bigger and better things for himself.
Dean's better. But anyway.
And Dean Ambrose did not need to lose his first match back in WWE since his return. He just didn't.
And Dean's just better. He's better.
Now, the match was just awful, and the crowd let him know it. It was boring. But this match was not. But this match was not extremely bam, 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 bam. It wasn't a fast pace completely all the way through it.
Nope.
It wasn't. Now, I don't always see a big problem with that. But, in this case, I see that as them trying to play up Dean Ambrose's new heel persona, new heel character, and honestly, emotions getting the best of Seth Rollins. And that is ultimately what beat Seth Rollins tonight. What do you think?
Well, Seth Rollins.
I mean, since how you're sitting there looking
I'm just
educated.
Overrated person. And Dean and Roman Reigns are the true force behind Shield. So.
Okay, moving on.
Seth Rollins.
AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan.
Boring.
Wow.
I mean,
earlier you were saying that this match was good.
I was talking about
AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan was a very entertaining matchup. It was good, fast paced,
If you're
the
a fan
entire
of them.
time, the entire time it was fast paced. You know, when you think about this matchup, the right person won. Daniel Bryan needed to retain the WWE title. Daniel Bryan has been doing a fantastic job. I don't care who says otherwise. Working on his new heel persona. AJ Styles, you know, wants
New haircut.
to slow down some.
You slow down. If he slows down even slower, then he'd be a total.
But he, you know, is absolutely fantastic in the ring every time he is in the ring. But you can tell this rivalry, he was barely on TV.
Barely.
And Survivor Series, he had the entire week off Survivor Series.
You gotta take a break sometime.
You know? So,
Well,
I mean, you
boom.
can just tell. You can tell that is what AJ Styles wants.
You can tell.
But Daniel Bryan going to hold the title for a while. See what happens later on down the road. Now, in the main event, Charlotte, Asuka, and Becky Lynch.
Woo!
This contest was very good. Back and forth all the way through. It had its spots where, you know, you let one rest on the outside, then the other two have their spots, and then back and forth like that. But overall, it was a very good encounter. You can't really complain about these superstars one bit. Ronda Rousey came in and got her shot.
Cheap shot.
Which is going to lead to Royal Rumble, possibly pulling the 1994 Lex Luger, Bret Hart, except with Becky Lynch and Charlotte. And then WrestleMania. See what happens with that. Now, with Asuka being the new SmackDown Live Women's Champion, what do you think holds the future for her?
I don't know. She signed up, so you know, with WWE, because she was going to eventually get the title, and she'll play it for a little while, and then she'll lose it and she'll disappear. But Charlotte's future, wow!
You have to realize he's a Charlotte George.
I am. She did an outstanding job. She might not have won tonight, but she did an outstanding job. And of course, I wouldn't blame Ronda Rousey because she's jealous of Charlotte. Especially after Charlotte, after what she did to Ronda last time on one of the pay-per-views and messed her up good time with scratches and everything all over her. It was excellent. Charlotte's future is bright. I don't really worry about the other ladies. They're just passing through.
Passing through. Becky Lynch is the one that's carrying that division.
They need to do lynching. But anyway. Is that outlawed now? You know, lynching?
Whatever. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this TLC review. If you did, make sure you leave me a thumbs up. Go over to his channel. What is it again?
It is Almost Live with Jason Funny 42 channel on YouTube.
And watch the Webby Report. I will be doing that tomorrow.
And Almost
Live
Live with Jason Funny.
It will be the 1994 Royal Rumble review. Counting down to the Royal Rumble this coming year. What in the world are you doing? Anyway, go watch that tomorrow.
Year I graduated, 1994.
Boy, you're old. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, leave me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Subscribe. Join me on my journey right here on YouTube. Sorry about that, folks. And until I see you again, this is Webby. This is Jason Funny. He'll catch you on the funny side. And I'll catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.